Welcome, friend. You are here probably because you've tried just about everything: therapy, mindset work, self help books, maybe years of meditation and mindfulness. And still you feel stuck. You've grown wiser. You've become better at managing the anxiety, navigating stress, pushing through discomfort. But you still feel the anxiety. You are not alone. I've been there. I understand the struggle. It doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to stay this way. There's a reason that despite all your inner work, you still feel anxious. It still hasn't shifted. There's a reason so many of us stay stuck in fight, flight, or freeze. And there's a surprisingly simple way to change it. The Reality Level Up mini course isn't your typical course. You don't need weeks and months of online classes, complex theory, or deep concentration and an empty mind to start seeing clear results. I've carefully designed this to be an accessible, efficient, and powerful course, something you can start implementing right now. This course is built on 3 core principles that work where personal development often fails. The key behind it all: you don't need to fix yourself. You are not broken. You just need to feel safe again. True healing isn't about doing more. It's about surrendering to something deeper, something your body already knows how to do. You are not broken. You already have what it takes. However, we have been speaking the wrong language all this time. Most healing methods teach us to think differently, to reframe our stories, or to override our fear with courage. That's fine. It can work to a degree, but it doesn't address the root problem. Long before you ever spoke your first word, you were fluent in a different language, the language of energy. Bear with me. This is the first language we all spoke, without words. A newborn doesn't ask for love with sentences. They communicate with energy, tone, breath, and presence. And the caregiver, ideally attuned, picks up on those signals. This is how safety is built. It is not thinking safe, it is feeling safe. But what happens when that early safety isn't there? Or when our caregivers were dysregulated themselves? We did learn energy, but we learned fear instead, or numbness, or disconnection. We need to return to that same level of communication again. Otherwise, we are just managing symptoms, not healing the source. Here's the secret most people do not know. Your body already knows how to heal. When you cut your finger, you don't have to micromanage the healing. The body just does it. It knows. Same with pregnancy, for example. A woman doesn't need to figure out where the liver goes or how to build a brain. It's all happening because of intelligence that runs deeper than thought. We cannot force healing with thought. What we can do is create the right conditions for healing to happen, and the most powerful condition is being in the presence of another safe, regulated human being. When we sit with someone else who is grounded, open, and attuned, our nervous systems start to co-regulate. We subconsciously start to mirror that stability. It's the same way an infant learns from a parent. We have all done this already, many times before. So in this mini course, you learn how to borrow someone else's regulated nervous system, so yours can remember what calm, grounded safety feels like again. Or maybe even experience it for the very first time. After years of stress, anxiety, and fear, I realized something. I had become great at managing and ignoring myself, but I was still terrified underneath. Despite all my insight and wisdom, or brute force forcing, I was still living with the same underlying nervous system patterns I learned as a child. I could often override them, sure. I could power through, but it was exhausting. Does that sound familiar? What I then discovered is most people doing mindset work are only addressing the surface. They're trying to think their way out of fear, anxiety, and trauma. But healing doesn't happen in the mind. It happens in the body. It happens in the nervous system, and it happens through subtle energetic shifts, not big emotional breakthroughs, nor breakdowns. Here, we are focusing on this 10-minute practice. What is it about? It's about resetting the nervous system through presence. It's so simple that a 5-year-old can do it. But don't let that simplicity fool you, because the impact is profound, foundational, oh so powerful. By sitting with another person for just 10 minutes, there's no talking that is necessary. You just need to be. Just being. You allow your system then to enter a state of rest. You allow co-regulation to occur. You give your body the permission to heal itself. Just like the body knows how to knit a wound back together, it also knows how to restore emotional and energetic safety. You just have to get out of the way. This is the exact opposite of trying harder, efforting. This is about surrendering to what your body already knows with the support of another human nervous system. When you do this, things begin to change. You'll notice something strange and beautiful. You'll be in a familiar situation. Maybe your partner says that thing that usually triggers you, or your boss gives you that look. And instead of reacting, you pause and you feel nothing. No panic, no flood of emotion, no fight or flight, just a steady, stable awareness. Your mind will go, wait, aren't we supposed to freak out just about now? And you'll feel, no, we're good. That's not because you thought your way out of it. It's because your nervous system has changed. You've rewired your body to respond with safety instead of survival. Why does this work when nothing else has? Most systems try to fix your reality by changing your mindset or your behavior. This system changes your energetic output. This leads into actual change. Your energy has changed, and reality simply then mirrors your energy. If you keep doing things from fear, scarcity, or overwhelm, life will keep reflecting those patterns back to you. Those are the only things that you perceive. And that's why you feel like you're stuck in an endless loop. But as your energy shifts into grounded, safe, regulated beingness, life mirrors that too. You level up your reality. Reality level up, free from anxiety, self-doubt, and past trauma. This is how transformation actually sticks. It's not about what you do, it's about how you be and who you are being with. So what can you expect from this mini course? Over the next 3 videos, you'll learn 3 forgotten principles that will free you from being stuck with healing and growth. How you rewire your nervous system in just 10 minutes, 3 times a week. You'll also learn 2 practical, powerful exercises that bring energetic awareness online. And also a safe human way to shift lifelong patterns without force, drama, or overwhelm. I'm not only going to tell, I'm going to show, and we are going to try all of these things together. And most importantly, you'll experience how to let your body do what it already knows how to do. Heal. One last thing. This isn't a course to watch and forget. This is a practice to live. You don't need to do it perfectly. You just need to do it 10 minutes, 3 times a week. No fixing, no forcing, just being quietly with someone. Yes, you need to commit some time, but compared to years of suffering with anxiety, self-doubt, and past traumas, 10 minutes, 3 times a week, that's nothing. And the handful of hours you spend with this course will have unexpected results in your life. You don't know me yet. You have no reason to trust me. So go into the community, read what others are writing, then go all in and do this yourself. And I promise you, your life will begin to shift in ways you didn't think were possible. I've experienced this myself. So has Lisa, Martin, Holly, and many others in this community. You can do this too. So let's begin.